Ford Explorer valve cover unboxing. Valve cover showcase. Valve cover bolts and gasket. Removing and installing the Ford Explorer valve cover. Tools required. Small 8mm long socket. Small 10mm long socket. Small extension bar. Small ratchet. Small torque wrench. Small flathead screwdriver. Hose clamp pliers. Knife. 8mm wrench. 27mm wrench. Trim removal tool. Rag. Lint-free cloth. Sealant. Degreaser. Open the hood. Secure the hood support strut. Unplug the mass airflow sensor connector. Release the tab underneath. Remove the connector. Use a trim removal tool to remove the MAF sensor wiring harness clip. Release the air filter housing clips. Release the wastegate pipe connector tab. Remove the wastegate pipe. Use a small 8mm long socket with a small ratchet. Loosen the air pipe clamp. Remove the intake bypass pipe. Remove the air filter housing, upper housing. Separate the housing. Remove the air intake pipe. Pull out the wastegate pipe. Unplug the purge valve connector. Use a small flathead screwdriver. Remove the throttle connector. Remove the lock tab. Remove the connector. Next, we need to remove the evaporation pipe. Use a small flathead screwdriver to assist. We need to press the two green lock tabs on the evaporation pipe connector. After pressing them, use a small flathead screwdriver to assist in removal. After removing, this lock clip faces outward. Then remove the evaporation pipe. The connector on the other side of the evaporation pipe is under the strut tower. Use the same method. Remove the evaporation pipe connector on the other side. Result after disconnecting the connector. Result after disconnecting the other side connector. After disconnecting both sides of the evaporation pipe connectors, lift the evaporation pipe out. Remove the evaporation pipe. Remove the coolant return hose from the clips. Set the coolant return hose aside. Use hose clamp pliers to remove the clamp from the coolant return hose. Remove the coolant return hose. Use hose clamp pliers to loosen the vacuum hose clamp. Remove the vacuum hose. Use hose clamp pliers to loosen the PCV hose clamp. Pull out the PCV hose. Use a trim removal tool to remove the clip on the engine wiring harness. Remove the clip. Use a small 8mm long socket with a small ratchet. Remove the 7 intake manifold retaining screws. Loosen the 7 intake manifold retaining screws. Use a small 8mm long socket, a small extension bar, and a small ratchet. Remove the intake manifold support bracket screw. This screw is located approximately underneath the intake manifold, behind the throttle body. Remove the screw. After removing all the retaining screws, remove the intake manifold. Use a rag to cover the intake ports. Unplug all the ignition coil connectors. Release the lock tab. Use a small flathead screwdriver to assist in removing the connector. Remove the lock tab. Remove the connector. Remove the remaining connectors the same way. Unplug all the ignition coil connectors. Use a small 8mm long socket with a small ratchet. Remove the ignition coil retaining screw. Remove the screw. Pull out firmly to remove the ignition coil. Remove the remaining ignition coils using the same method. After removing the remaining ignition coil retaining screws, remove the ignition coils. Use a small flathead screwdriver to assist in removing the camshaft solenoid connectors. Pull out the lock tab. Remove the connector. Remove the connector. Use the same tool to remove the camshaft solenoid connectors on the other side. Pry out the lock tab. Pull out the connector. Pull out the connector. Use a small flathead screwdriver to assist in removing the oxygen sensor connector. Pull out the connector. Use a trim removal tool to pry out all the wiring harness clips on the valve cover. Continue using the trim removal tool to remove the wiring harness clips on the other side. Use a small flathead screwdriver to assist in removing the wiring harness connector. Use the same tool to remove the CHT sensor connector. The CHT sensor connector is at the rear of the valve cover. Use a small flathead screwdriver to pry out the lock tab on the connector. Then pull out the connector. Then remove the wiring harness clip from the connector. Use a small flathead screwdriver to remove the fuel injector connectors. Remove the red locking tab. Pull out the connector. Then use the same tool and the same method to remove the remaining fuel injector connectors. The injectors on the other side are underneath the fuel rail. Remove all 6 fuel injector connectors. Use a small 8mm long socket with a small ratchet. Remove the ground strap retaining screws. Remove the screws. Separate the ground strap. Use an 8mm wrench to remove the other ground strap retaining screw. Remove the retaining screw. Remove the ground strap. After removing all the wiring harnesses, set the harness aside. Then prepare to remove the valve cover. Remove the oil dipstick. Use a small 8mm long socket, a small extension bar, and a small ratchet. Remove the valve cover bolts. Use the same tools to remove the valve cover bolts on the other side. After removing all the valve cover bolts from the valve cover, pull firmly to remove the valve cover. Remove the valve cover gasket. Remove the valve cover on the other side. Before installing the new valve cover, we need to clean the debris from the cylinder head surface. Also clean the camshaft and the camshaft solenoid connectors. Old V's, new valve cover. The reason we are replacing the valve cover is due to oil leaks caused by a deteriorated gasket. Before installing the new valve cover, we need to transfer the components from the old valve cover. Use a small flathead screwdriver to assist in removing the air hose connector. Pry out the lock clip. Then turn firmly. Pry out the lock clip. Turn the air hose counterclockwise. Remove the air hose. Install the air hose connector by turning it clockwise. Use a 27mm wrench to remove the air hose connector. Turn counterclockwise. Remove the connector. Install the connector onto the new valve cover. Remove the oil filler cap. Remove the oil filler extension cap. Remove the new oil filler cap. Reinstall the oil filler cap. Install the new oil filler cap. Use degreaser and a lint-free cloth to clean the cylinder head surface. Use a knife to clean off any remaining sealant. Cylinder head surface after cleaning. At the gap between the cylinder head and the timing cover, apply sealant. The other side also needs sealant applied in the same location. Install the new valve cover. Align the holes. Install the valve cover on the other side. Align the holes. Press down. Use a small 10mm long socket with a small extension bar. Finger tighten the valve cover bolts. Use a small 10mm long socket, a small extension bar, and a small torque wrench. Torque the valve cover bolts. Torque specification is 10 Nm, 7 foot-pounds. Tighten in the sequence shown. The valve cover bolts on the other side must be tightened in the same sequence and to the same torque specification. Reconnect the 6 fuel injector connectors. Push the lock tab back in. Push the lock tab back in. The installation method for the other side is the same. Reconnect the camshaft oil control solenoid connector. Push the lock tab back in. Reconnect the camshaft oil control solenoid connector on the other side. Reconnect the CHT sensor connector. This sensor is at the rear of the right side valve cover. Reinstall the wiring harness clip. Reconnect the CHT sensor connector. Reconnect the wiring harness connector. Reinstall the ignition coil. Align the hole and insert it. Hand start the retaining screw. Use a small 8mm long socket with a small torque wrench. Torque the ignition coil retaining screw. Torque specification is 7 Nm, 5 foot-pounds. Reconnect the ignition coil connector. Push the lock tab back in. Install the remaining ignition coils using the same method and torque specification. Reinstall the ground strap. Align with the screw hole, then hand start the retaining screw. Use an 8mm wrench to tighten it. Install the other ground strap. Align with the screw hole, then hand start the retaining screw. Use a small 8mm long socket with a small ratchet. Tighten the ground strap retaining screw. Tighten securely. Reinstall all the wiring harness clips. Reinstall all the wiring harness clips. Reconnect the oxygen sensor wiring connector. Reinstall the oil dipstick. Align the hole and reinstall it. Remove the rag. Align the holes and install the intake manifold. Hand start the retaining screws. Hand start the intake manifold support bracket retaining screw. Align the hole. Hand start the screw. This screw is located at the rear, below the throttle body. Use a small 8mm long socket, a small extension bar, and a small ratchet. Tighten the intake manifold support bracket retaining screw. Use a small 8mm long socket, a small extension bar, and a small ratchet. Tighten the intake manifold retaining screws. Tighten in this sequence. Reconnect the throttle connector. Push the lock tab back in. Install the engine wiring harness clip. Install the PCV hose. Use hose clamp pliers to reinstall the clamp. Reinstall the brake vacuum hose. Use hose clamp pliers to reinstall the clamp. Push the lock tab back in. Reinstall the evaporative tube connector on the other side. Push the lock tab back in. Clip the evaporative tube back in place. Clip the coolant return hose back in place. Align the hole. Reinstall the coolant return hose. Use hose clamp pliers to reinstall the clamp. Reinstall the wastegate pipe. Push it back in. Reconnect the purge valve connector. Align the notch and install the air intake pipe. Install the air filter housing upper housing. Reinstall the air filter housing upper housing. Use a small 8mm long socket with a small ratchet. Tighten the air intake pipe clamp. Use the same tool to tighten the other air intake pipe clamp. Tighten securely. Reinstall the intake bypass pipe. Reinstall the wastegate pipe. Reinstall the air filter housing clips. Reinstall the MAF sensor wiring harness clip. Reconnect the mass airflow sensor connector. Push the lock tab back in. After installation, start the engine. Check the installation areas for any leaks. New part showcase after installation. Release the hood support strut. Close the hood.